Hello, beautiful. Welcome back to another recording of our podcast episode for the Love Goddess podcast. We are all about empowering women stepping into their level of self-love, raising their level of self-love. From there, we are developing the confidence that we need to become the bigger, better version and become non-negotiable, unavailable, have strict boundaries, have the confidence to pursue your own desires and dreams. And from there, we are going and graduating into a love goddess. And love goddess is a woman who is not only using the feminine, not only using the masculine principles of that journey of self-love and confidence, but the feminine principles of law of attraction and you know, expanding the energy, living in a feminine flow, being the energy of what it is that she is creating, and almost tapping into that fantasy world that she's desiring for herself, because the more she lives in that fantasy world, the more she attracts, the sooner it becomes her reality. So today, we are still at the very beginning stages of our Love Goddess journey, right? And the beginning stage is learning to give ourselves love. Again, self-love is not how you dress, is not how you, what kind of hair you have, or having a nice dress, or having a spa day. That is self-care. Self-care is important, and it is part of self-love, but self-love is not self-care. So I want to bring that point forward, and I'm going to continue nailing it down, because a lot of women think that self-love is just having your nails done. That's not what self-love is. Self-love is believing that you deserve, at the very core of your being, of your own love, and not seeking that love from someone else on the outside, from other people, needing someone else to give you that love that you are looking for, but being the source of your own love, and give the love you're looking for to yourself, and removing that neediness of that love from other people, and being self-sufficient within yourself. It starts here with your self-love. And we're going to be hosting workshop on October 17th. So I'll tell you all about it at the end of the podcast and how you can sign up. But today, one of the principles, or one of the qualities of women who don't have enough self-love, is that they are always available for other people. They have this need, because like I just shared with you, looking for self-love on the outside, looking for love on the outside instead of giving that love to yourself, results in women sacrificing their own desires, their own needs, their own schedule to please someone else. So they validate for this woman that she's worthy of love, she is good enough, because she can't validate for herself. And so that's the pattern for women who don't have enough of that self-love. So one of the ways it shows up is out on the outside, if woman does not have enough of that self-love within herself, is that she is always available for other people, but she self-abandons, right? For what her needs are, what her desires are, what her schedule is, right? Because she wants to be loved so much, she cannot say no. Or she would go out and she would like, yeah, I can do it. Yes, I'm available. Yes, even though you have kids at home to take care of, and there's like so much on your schedule, and yet you still can't say no, and you are always available for people. So that is the projection of a woman who does not have very clear boundaries. And boundaries do come with the level of self-love and self-awareness. that a woman develops when she steps on a path of her own self-love. Today, I want to tell you to please, for the sake of God, stop being always available for others, because you need you. You need your own time to replenish. You need that time that you're giving out to other people to reconnect to yourself. On the other side, that also shows to other people that you are not as valuable, in contradiction to your thought pattern. You think, oh, I'm gonna give this person my all, and then they're gonna love you. That's what women with a low level of self-love think. The woman with a high level of self-love understands that the less she's available for others, the more others are going to appreciate her, because she can only give a little bit at a time, and those people will appreciate that little bit at a time more than if she was always available for them. It is the law of scarcity. It is how it's playing out. There is a law of demand and supply. If supply is low, the demand is really high, right? It's like all those laws in the universe, they work in the sense of your personal supply and demand, right? So don't be available for other people and pick and choose. Is this really making sense for you to help this person because they keep asking you every week to help, right? Or is it time to say no in a loving way? Right? Also, I'm not saying that you have to always say no. I'm saying guard your own time, guard your own boundaries, build up, value your priorities over other people's priorities. That's another big one, right? Women with low level of self-love, they would think in a way that my shit's not important, but their shit is more important. I am not important, but their stuff is more important. No wonder other people will look at you and not value you as much, because you don't value you as much, right? And so the more you start prioritizing yourself, the more you start prioritizing your schedule, your commitments on your own calendar, your commitment to yourself, the more other people will start valuing you as well. And the more other people will start respecting you and your time. If you're a business owner and you just taking all the projects instead of narrowing your clients down, you're going to have a lot of people who will use all the free stuff they can get out of you, and you're going to be sucked dry, where you as a business owner pick and choose your clients. They don't choose you, you choose your clients. That's my approach in business. I pick and choose my clients. There is certain requirements I'm expecting of my clients. I'm expecting them to be obsessed about their, experience, about them wanting to work with us, having this really grateful attitude about working with us over someone who is entitled, someone who switched into the negative Nelly attitude. Those clients we don't work with. Sometimes we had to put our foot down and stick through. And actually, there are cases we're firing clients, not our favorite way of doing things. We really want to sort out those people who don't fit or not a match in the beginning. So we have to avoid situations like that. But sometimes we can't. Sometimes it is impossible to predict certain things. So what I am saying is that your boundaries, your own priorities, the way you want to live life, your own rules that you create for your life needs to be your priority. And that would include having your own rules around who you help, who you don't help, how much you are available to help, and how much you are not available to help, but how much you're available for yourself. Every time you say no to others, you are saying yes to yourself. And how do you know? You know it by tapping into your inner guidance system. Your inner guidance system will tell you, ooh, something's icky. Analyze that feeling that comes up. What is icky about this feeling? Oh, I have to help this person again, and they've been overusing my kindness. That's your red flag to say no to that person, right? Luckily, I personally have not had this situation in a very long time. Like, I'm talking like decade, because I've been very clear with my own boundaries, and I have set my own boundaries in a very specific way. So I want for you to honor yourself as well. And I want for you to honor your own commitments in your own life and your own time and yourself more. And other people will reflect that back at you, and you will thank me. You will thank me to opening up your eyes, because that will build up your own value in your own eyes, your own self-esteem in your own eyes, but also in the eyes of the other people. It's that important, and it's crucial. Don't be always available. On another note, the way you are working this muscle, the way you're creating more boundaries for yourself, the way you are practicing the self-love principle, right? The more you are developing, you are practicing, you're flexing your self-love muscle. And it is a muscle that you grow. Self-love is really giving that attention, that priority to yourself over prioritizing other people's business, right? It is giving yourself permission, attention, time, allowing yourself to take up space. That is what self-love is. Giving yourself that time, love, space, attention. Giving yourself, it's coming from the inner you. You don't need other people on the outside to give that to you, right? That is what self-love is. And so we are talking more about self-love and how to develop good self-love practice. So the more you're working that muscle, the better you become at it, and the more your self-esteem grows. And from self-love, we are going into the second layer of confidence, right? And so we are doing Fall Back in Love with You workshop, where you will be able to analyze what's happening in your life, what's happening within your own thought patterns, within your belief system, so we can rewrite those negative thoughts that you have developed over time, so you can have finally a fresh start into the new you by developing that level of self-love and self-awareness about yourself. And that is what we are doing on October 17th. We are kicking off an entire week of a workshop where we go live. I go live for an hour each day. And we're kicking it off on October 17th at 12 Eastern time. The only time it will not be 12 is Wednesday, but I'll keep you posted. So don't delay. Register in the description below. There is a link to register for the workshop. We'll be hosting it on Zoom. And I know there will be lots and lots and lots of value in the workshop for you. If you are struggling with those boundaries that I just shared with you today, if you are struggling with accepting in developing and growing your level of self-esteem and self-confidence, this workshop is for you. If you are not feeling really icky about saying no, this workshop is for you, because we're gonna touch base and we're gonna talk and explore more on this topic in there. So don't delay, register for the workshop. October 17th is your date, and I will see you later. Ciao.